All right, so I want to show you guys a little bit more about the destructive edits versus non-destructive edits, because this is really important to know for the test. So destructive edit is exactly what it sounds like. You edit something and it is permanent. You have destroyed the file. You cannot change anything about it. You're locked into what you have. So some of those things would be like the eraser. So let me unlock this layer here so I can use the eraser. So let's say you wanted to erase some of this background. So you go here and you erase it. And you do all this, and then you accidentally erase something you didn't want, but you didn't notice it. So you kept going, and then you saved it. And then you go back the next day and you like want this back over here, but you can't because you see on the layer over here, it is destroyed. So another example would be like a clone stamp. If you're using the clone stamp tool, that's something that's destructive. So if you like click on that and then you try to paint it over here and you're clone stamping, you can see that it put it on the same layer. So all these changes are all glued onto one layer and you can't edit them or take them away. And then the last one, like Command U. So let's say I asked you to change the color of this. If you go to Image, Adjustments, these are all destructive things. And I'll show you the difference. You can do the same things non-destructively, but let's do the destructive one. So we're going to do the hue and saturation, Control or Command U. And let's say we change the color. We do this. Okay, so we save that. Then the next day we come back to it. It's ruined. We can't do anything with this. But let me show you the difference with the non-destructive edits. So let's say you want something to disappear here. So we're going to go ahead and select this background, and maybe you want the background to disappear here. What you would do is go to Layer, Layer Mask. And maybe we want the background to be hidden. So we would go Hide Selection. So what I have selected, I want it to be hidden. It's not deleted, it's just hidden. Or maybe like on Geometrics, they're asking you to do a bird and they want you to reveal the selection. So you would do that. But in this case, we're going to hide the selection. So you see the background, if you go to your Layers tab, the background's still there, but it's on a layer mask. So it could be edited. So let's say you wanted to add some of the background back. You didn't want all of it deleted. You can still edit this. It's not destroyed. So you can see I can add part of that back on the layer mask. All right, so the next one is adjustment layers. So let's say we want to do the same thing we did before where we change the color. Instead of going to Image Adjustments, you're going to go to Layer and say New Adjustment Layer, and you still have the hue and saturation right there. So we're going to click on that and you say OK. And now you see it made a layer. So it's going to, whenever you make an adjustment layer, it gives you something that you can edit. So you can still change the color and edit everything just the same as before, what you were doing in the destructive way. You see now it's here on a different layer. So if you change your mind, you can turn it off. It's not destroyed. All right, and then let's go over this one, adding a fill layer to add a background color. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. And I'm going to get rid of this layer mask over here. And we want to delete it. Okay, so this is our original file. I'm going to show you how to add a background color. So let's say we select this. We're going to do the same thing we did before where we made the layer mask. We want to hide the selection, so that's hidden. So you could technically go in here and paint a new background color, but it wouldn't be editable. It would be destructive. So to make a non-destructive one, we just want to go to Layer, New Fill Layer. So you can add a solid color or a gradient. Let's just do solid color. Say OK and OK, and let's pull this in the back so we can see the reason why it's not destructive is on a separate layer. If you want to edit it, you just double click that and you can always change the color to be whatever you want. All right, let's go over the very final one, a smart object to keep objects in resolution when changing size. So let's go back here and get this. We want to select this hand here. Now I want to do it two different ways. I'm going to copy this and paste this so we have it a couple of different ways. We are going to do the first one. We're going to make it a smart object. So if you click on that, you can go to Layer, Smart Objects, Convert to Smart Object. So you know if you go over here to the layers, you see that this little icon is here. That's letting you know it's a smart layer. This one down here is not. So I'm going to show you the difference. if you click on this one, let's say you make it really small and you press the check mark and you want it that small, but then you change your mind later. No, I want it big again. You go back and you make it big and you didn't lose any resolution. It wasn't destroyed. But let's see what happens when you do the same thing on this file. If you do Control T and we make it really small, we say, okay, oh, we want to change our mind. We go back and it has destroyed the resolution because we didn't make it a smart object. All right, so these are things that are important to know on the certification test, and I hope that that helps clear some of those things up for you.